Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to try out some more things that I bought at Sephora. If you didn't see the video that I already posted where I tried out some of my stuff that I bought from the Sephora sale lately, I bought a lot of things and I wasn't able to try everything. So I wanted to sit down and try the other foundation that I bought. I bought some more lip products that I didn't really get to test out. So that's what we're doing today. I've also got eyeliners and I am going to be reusing a couple of the things that I tried out in that video. But yeah, I really wanted to give everything that I bought a fair shot and not layer too many things, so this is essentially a part 2 video. We're gonna start off with skin prep. I actually forgot that I bought this and it showed up after I filmed the other video. I had a couple of things that I threw in last minute online, one of which was this Dr. Dennis Gross 2% BHA breakout solution. I've been kind of like more intrigued by liquid exfoliators. I used to use them quite a bit when I had super active breakouts, and then I feel like I kind of just switched products when I didn't have as many breakouts happening. But then I was inspired by Nikki LaRose yet again. She told me about the Naturium BHA liquid exfoliant, which I've also been trying out. She like swears by liquid exfoliants in her skin routine and also to prep for makeup. So I saw this one, it's brand new. I bought it and I've been using it for the past couple days. So far so good. I feel like with liquid exfoliants sometimes it takes obviously like a few days for your skin to really adapt and like see results, but I like the texture so far. My skin seems to be liking it, I think. Like I haven't had any adverse reactions, which is good. We're gonna let that sink in a little bit and then let's do just a normal moisturizer. I've got my Osea Atmosphere Protection Cream right here. Just gonna do a little bit of that just to add back in a little hydration. And then I really wanted to try out this right here. Even though I already bought a sunscreen, this is a mineral sunscreen from Innbeauty Project. It's their Mineral Sun Glow. I got mine in the shade Fair to Medium. I saw State of Kate on Instagram talk about this. I love her reviews and I just feel like we have a very similar taste in products in general. So I picked this up. I did wear it once the other day and I really like how it looks. So you can see it's a little bit tinted, but it honestly goes on pretty sheer, and what I've been liking about this is how lightweight it feels and also how glowy it leaves the skin. So I'm going to apply this on top. It just sinks into the skin really beautifully and it gives a glow, but it's not like sparkly. You can't see visible glitter chunks. It just looks healthy. And I love how it absorbs really well into the skin. I feel like sometimes mineral sunscreens can kind of feel like they're sitting on top of the skin where, you know, chemical sunscreens kind of feel like they absorb a little better, but this feels almost like a chemical sunscreen in the way that it absorbs, but also feels very calming, which is what I love about mineral sunscreens in general. So I've only worn this. This is now my second time, but I'm really, really liking it already. Look at that glow. I think it's just so pretty. I told you in my Sephora video that I bought the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick. I actually ended up getting 2 shades because I felt like I was right in the middle of 2. So I picked up the shade 1 and 2. So we'll see. I feel like I need to mix these. I know that's like extra. I've heard so many good things about this. Nikki LaRose actually loves this as well. And I've heard Glamzilla say it's like her favorite foundation, which is quite a bold claim. So let's try this out. It claims to just be like a, let's see what it is. It blurs and evens the complexion. It's light coverage and a smooth glide stick. And that's all it says. I've got the shade 1, which I felt like was too light, but like the undertone was a little bit better on this one. And then shade 2 was quite a bit deeper and a little more yellow tone. That's why I bought both, because I feel like I'm right in the middle of this. So we'll see how this goes. I think I'll apply a little bit of shade 1 first. I don't really know how I'm supposed to apply this. I'm just gonna do like little dollops. I could be using too much. I have no idea. And then I'm gonna sandwich in a little bit of the shade number 2. That should do. And I'm just gonna take my foundation brush. This is actually the foundation brush that I bought during the Sephora sale. It's the Makeup by Mario F1 brush. And let's see what happens. I'm just kind of like buffing this out with a brush. Okay, I feel like it said light coverage, but it's honestly giving a little more coverage than what I anticipated. It looks very, very, very skin-like. I'm wondering how buildable it is, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I feel like shade 1 could have worked on its own if I had to pick just one to match me, because it does kind of sheer out a little bit, but I wish there was a shade, honestly, right in the middle of this. I just wanted to see how much coverage I can get and how buildable this is. Maybe that was a bad idea to build it up. It kind of seemed like a product that would build up nicely, but it might be one of those that's like almost self-setting. Let's see what happens when I press it in with a sponge. Okay, I feel like that helps. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit more. That's really pretty. I do feel like it sets down more than I anticipated. I don't know why I was expecting this to be more dewy, but it actually like looks very natural as far as the finish goes. Not too dewy and not too matte. I really like that. Okay, we're gonna move on to, let's do a little cream contour really fast. I'm gonna take my Mario one, and I'm just gonna kind of warm things up a bit around the perimeters of the face. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of concealer. I'm just gonna use my House Labs concealer today. I'm just blending that out with the other side of the Mario F1 brush, and then I'm gonna press that in with my sponge as well. Okay, if you saw my last video, you would have seen that I bought 2 new shades of the Ciele blushes. We have January and we have June. In the last video, I used January. I just felt like it fit the vibe better. Today, I wanted to use June, which is like this really pretty mauve-y, plummy brown. Look at that. I've seen a lot of people use this, and it actually looks more intimidating in the bottle versus on the cheeks. It turns out to be a really nice kind of toasted rose color. So let's go ahead and take this, and I'm going to start actually applying it a little bit further back since it is a little bit of a deeper shade for me. I want to kind of combine it with my contour just a little bit. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And it applies really sheer. I love that. It actually ends up looking like a very natural kind of sun-kissed color, even on me, which I wouldn't have anticipated with it being this deep. It looks really pretty. I love this. By the way, I'm applying it with the BK Beauty 109 brush, which I feel like is perfect for cream blush. Okay, love that. We're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty powder and my Beauty Blender Puff, which is an incredible duo if you want your makeup to look actually flawless in real life. Just gonna take that. I'm gonna make sure there's no extra product in the creases of my eye. And then I'm going to press this into the skin. We're focusing this in the T-zone just to lock everything in and smooth everything out. I'm actually just going to keep things set in the T-zone today because I also wanted to try out this Dior Forever Glow Maximizer that I bought. I picked this up in the shade Pink, which looks so pretty. I feel like this would look actually really nice over top of that blush we just applied. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to take that same BK Beauty brush and kind of mix it into what's left on the back of my hand of the blush. And then let's tap this into the high points of the face. I love when there's just like a little hint of pink in my highlighters. It's just something that I feel like suits my skin tone. I'm just going to take my sponge and kind of press that in a little more. That's really pretty. It's definitely very glowy, and I feel like it could potentially emphasize texture if it was applied in the wrong area, but it is really pretty. I kind of have a lot of texture going on right there now that I look at it. Maybe I could have used less, to be honest. I almost want a little bit more of the June blush just to go back over and kind of revive that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to use my Maybelline Build a Brow brow pen. I love this thing, you guys know. After I fill in my brows, I like to brush through them with a spoolie, and then I actually go ahead and set them with the same product. Just on the other side, it has a clear brow gel, which is actually a really good brow gel. It works very, very well. All right, we're gonna do a little look with the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Blooming Romance palette, which I did already create a look with in my last Sephora video because I bought this, but I wanna create more. It's just so pretty. So today, let's go into this light pink called Crush. Dipping into that with my BK 212 brush, and we're just creating a little bit of a base with that. And I'm taking the bigger cream to powder formula, and then I'm going to the powder side of that, and I'm just kind of lightly setting everything with this as well. I'm trying to think ahead for this look, and I do have still a little bit more of like a pink lip, but I don't want the eyes to be too dark today. So let's see, let's take the shade Evermore, and I'm gonna take the powder version of this. Just a little bit. I don't want too much. So I'm actually using that one dip on both of my eyes because I don't want it to be too dark, but I want a little something. That ended up matching my shirt almost perfectly. That's great. Taking a little bit of the powder shade called Dreamy and throwing that in there to just warm things up a little bit. And then let's take that Evermore shade again, the powder side, on a BK 209. And just very lightly, I'm going to blend that into the lower lash line a little. Over top of that, I'm taking the shade Crush, which was that light pink that we used on the top lid, and I'm just kind of blending that in so that it lightens up that deeper shade just a little bit. Now I'm going to go into the Sephora waterproof pencil or eyeliner pencil in the shade Coconut. I did use this in my last video, but I really loved the color, and I loved how it brightened up my waterline, so just gonna line the waterline using that. And then I did not get to use 2 eyeliners that I also bought, also because of Nikki LaRose. So She told me to buy the Sephora eyeliner in the shade Tiramisu, and then she said this Fenty Beauty liquid liner, this brown color. It's the Flyliner in the shade In Big Truffle. She said this was her favorite. So you guys know I'm not like a huge eyeliner gal. I just feel like I'm not that good at it, but I do feel like I've been practicing with the Lisa Eldridge one and I'm getting a little better. So let's try this. We're gonna start with Tiramisu just to kind of get a rough outline. I'm actually gonna kind of buff that out and soften it. Okay, and now that we have a little bit of an outline, I'm going to attempt to go in with the Fenty Beauty liquid liner, which I just feel like I'm not super well versed in liquid liners, but I do love that this is a brown. And I'm gonna slowly create a little bit more of like a precise line. I kind of ruined that up there, whoops. Okay, I don't know. Does that look fine? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try it again over on this eye. I will say I love the color of this. I'm just trying not to like ruin the whole eye look just because of my lack of skill. Okay, I think that looks pretty decent. I feel like it will look even better once I apply mascara. I think I'm gonna take this all the way in to like the inner corner. I just think that that looks better. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop there so we don't ruin anything. And I'm gonna go into the same eyelash combo that I used in that video, which is the Diorshow Maximizer 3D Primer. This really made a difference when I used it last, so I wanted to use it again. I'm just focusing this on the top lashes for now. Okay, and then I'm going to apply the YSL Lash Clash Mascara right on top. I loved this combo last time, so I'm gonna go in with this. And I'm gonna really emphasize the mascara on the outer corner just to kind of like match the eyeliner in a way. Kind of wing it out a little bit. I'm also applying that mascara to the lower lashes. I didn't do a primer on the lower lashes this time. I just feel like my lower lashes are bold enough. I don't need a primer to like beef those up at all. All right, I'm gonna wipe off any foundation on the lips. Last time I used mainly the Anastasia Raisin lip liner, which I bought, and I did color in a little bit of the Sephora, the Nudest lip liner, but I want to use this exclusively for this look. So this is what I'm going to use to line the lips. It's such a gorgeous, like barely there lip liner color. This is actually perfect for me for days where like I want to add like a little bit of shape and structure back to my lips, but I don't want it to look like a lip liner. I feel like this is the perfect shade for that. All right, we're gonna use one of the Merit lipsticks. I'm gonna use the shade Classic. It's just a little bit of a lighter pink than the other one that I have. This is their matte formula, and I just want a little bit. So I'm just gonna press that into the lips. Then I wanted to use the Gisou lip oil in the shade Strawberry Sorbet. Now this might add a little bit too much pink for this specific look. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like it shifts the focus from the eyes a little. It clashes a little bit. It's beautiful on its own, like if you didn't have that much going on the eyes, but I feel like I need to go back to square one. To be honest, I feel like this ended up being more of an eye look than I was originally planning on. So if I wanted to do like what I feel like would be the perfect combo using what I bought at Sephora, I would do this. And actually, I would probably skip the lipstick and go straight into this, which this is the Armani Prismaglass lip gloss in the shade 05. It's a little bit more of a cool tone berry. Yeah, I feel like that just fits this vibe a little bit better than what I was trying to do. I need to like do the Merit lipsticks on a day where I don't have this much going on the eyes, because I feel like those Merit lipsticks could be honestly their own moment. All right, let's assess the situation a little bit. I'm just adding a little bit more of what's left on that bronzer brush. Let's take a look at the blush. Honestly, I feel like this is a little too glowy for me. It's kind of emphasizing texture a bit, and maybe I used too much. I'm not sure, but I liked this product better than that. Like, I don't think you need both. And if I had to recommend just one, because it's Dior, I would definitely go for this. I'll keep playing with it. Like, maybe I just used it wrong, but it's kind of like emphasizing texture where I don't want it, which is not ideal. But the rest of the look I feel like turned out really pretty. I love the pink, more matte eye. I actually really do love that brown liquid liner. I feel like I could definitely practice a little bit more, but it's such a beautiful brown color. It looks more red toned when you actually apply it, and then when it dries down, it's the perfect chocolatey brown. It's really nice. It's my goal to get a little bit better at liquid liner. I feel like it makes my eyes look nice if I can, you know, get the proportions right. In my last video, I showed you guys that I bought the Pat McGrath Baked Under Eye Brightener in the shade Light Pink. And I actually had used that to set the under eyes, and it kind of broke up throughout the day and made my concealer crease more than it usually does. So I've been using it since as more of a finishing powder under the eyes, and I feel like it works way better to like set the concealer first with a more loose powder because this is so finely milled, and then just like dust this over top for a little brightening. All right, well, there's the finished look. Honestly, I really love this Danessa Myricks palette as well. I think overall, this is another really pretty look. Still very pink because of that same palette. I'm interested to see how the foundation wears because I do think it applied really well. I'm noticing some like emphasis on my pores right here, which usually doesn't happen. And honestly, maybe that was because I built it up after blending it. There's just some products that are not very good with building up the coverage, so I'm gonna revisit that, try it again. I do think it's really pretty in some ways, but there's some things that are not looking as good as I would like them to. It could also be the highlighter situation. I'm not 100% sure yet. Overall though, I'm really excited about my Sephora haul in general. I'm excited to keep using this AHA. I really did love this mineral sunscreen as well. This was a nice surprise. It looks so much more intimidating in the actual tube than it does on the cheeks. Like, this is such a beautiful everyday blush color, even for me. And I love that it has a mineral SPF in here. Yeah, overall, I feel like my makeup looks good. There's definitely things I need to play with and practice with a little bit more, but overall, I'm happy with everything. Besides that Dior highlighter, I don't love it. I was hoping to love it, but it's a little too glowy for me. I'm gonna try to use it again next time with less, but we'll see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed seeing me use more of the things that I picked up during the Sephora sale lately. If you didn't see my first video, I found some incredible things in that first batch, so I'll have that link down below for you guys. Let me know if you've tried any of these products and what your thoughts are. I always love hearing from you, so leave a comment down below. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.